press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone, my name is Ronak and you're watching VectoArt. So today we are going to learn how to create a sign up UI using Visual Studio and Windows Forms. Also we are going to learn how to use a NuGet package called Guna. Guna UI is the suite for creating groundbreaking desktop applications. It is for developers targeting the .NET Windows Forms platform, and it guarantees faster development and improved productivity. It is specifically designed for Windows Forms applications. So without any further ado, let's get started. So let's start by creating a new project. Let's look for Windows Forms app. I have a recent project created, so I'm going to click next. Let's give this project a name. And let's click on create. Okay, now we have our form ready. So let's go to the properties panel and go add, or let's add the NuGet package by clicking on manage NuGet package, and let's browse for Guna. Click on the package and click on install. You'll have to click on OK and agree to the terms, and the package will be successfully downloaded and installed. Once it is installed, it will appear in the install tab. Now you can close the NuGet package tab and select the form. Before that, if you go to the toolbar, you will see the tools from Guna, and you can now select the form and change a couple of properties. First let's change the form border style to none, and next we shall change the Windows startup location. So we are making the form border style to none, and we are going to change the startup position to center screen. Now let's search for ellipse and drag and drop it on the form. Select the control and go to its properties and change the target control to form 1. Let's drag one more control onto the form. This time it will be a drag control. This will help in dragging the form. So let's set the target control and let's run the application. See, the solution is building, and the build is succeeded. And here we have the window. Let's minimize the browser, and here you can see using the drag control we can drag the form. Now let's add a panel and set the dock to left. Okay, let's resize it, and let's add a picture box on the first panel. And let's go to properties, and under references, under resources, let's add a new existing resource. I have an image already available, so let's select that and add it to the resources. Now let's save it and go back to the form and select the image from the resources. Also, let's change the size mode to zoom. Here you can see these controls from Guna have a small arrow on top where you can quickly change the important properties. Now let's select the panel and go to the properties panel and change the background color same as the image. I have found this color using the color picker. You can also use the paint application to find the color that is there in the image. I will use an HTML label below the image. Change the fore color to white and change the font to and also change the size and the font weight to bold. Let's change the text. This is just a mock-up UI. You can make your own changes, desired changes that you want on the screen. Let's do one thing. Let's remove the second half and add one more HTML label below it and paste the rest of the content. Okay. Now let's move on and add one more panel next to the panel 1 and dock it to fill. And now let's copy and paste the HTML label and change its foreground color to black. And also let's change the font size and font weight and also the text. Okay. Okay, let's duplicate that control once again, and this time let's add a subtext below the get started. So let's change the font size to 9 and remove the bold and change the text. Let's also change the foreground color to gray. And now let's add a link label next to the subtext so that we can switch back between or toggle between the sign up. In this tutorial I'll be just showing you the sign up UI. Okay, so let's change the text to login and also select the control, and to remove the underline let's go to its properties and change the link behavior to never underline. Okay, so next once again we'll have to make a copy of the subtext. Before that, let's add 2 buttons for other signing methods like social media buttons like Google and Facebook. So this one will be sign up with Google, and let's change the border radius to 5. See, this UI framework helps or makes things so much easier by providing us with the simple properties to customize the buttons. So I'm changing the border color, the fore color, and also the fill color. So let's retain the fill color to white, and let's check on the animated checkbox. Okay, let's add a icon next to the text. So for that you will have to go to the properties panel, and here I have this cool desktop application by Icons 8, which will help you download different sort of icons from the website, and also you can use the color picker to choose the custom color for the icons. So here I'm downloading the Google icon, and now I'm searching for the Facebook icon. I will also show you one more method wherein you can download these icons. So here I'm selecting the Facebook icon and saving it. I have to next go to the resources and add these icons. So I'll go to the add resource and add an existing file, and I have a couple of other downloaded icons which I have added here. Okay, let's select the button and go to the image and select the image from the source. Let's change the alignment to left and change the text alignment to right. We'll have to stretch the button a little so that it appears right. Now let's make a copy of this button and paste it next to the first button. Now this next button will be for Facebook. I'm just repositioning the controls. Okay, now let's change the text to sign up with Facebook. Let's change the foreground and background color. Background color will be royal blue, so I'll just select it from the web colors. At first the web colors don't appear. We'll have to select the custom color first, and then the respective color palette will appear in the web colors. So I have selected the fill color and the border color, and also change the fore color to white. I'll do the rest of the changes, like animate the button and also change the color, but also change the icon. Here I don't see that the icon is appropriate, so I'll go to the Icons 8 website and look for the Facebook icon here. Okay, I see that, and I have selected the color as white, primary color as white, so I have found the right icon here, which is the first icon. So I will go ahead and download it. I'll change the pixel size and click on download. Once I have downloaded it, I will next go to the resources, delete the existing images, and add the newly downloaded file. So I have the resource. Now I'll just go to the button and change the image. I'll have to increase the button size. Okay. Now next we'll have to add the email and password text boxes and labels. So before that I will just add a separator. It is just an horizontal line. I'll make use of the existing subtext label and change it to OR and place it in between the two buttons and next to the separator line, and copy and paste the separator line again, so that we have this nice looking separator between the sign-in methods. Okay, let's once again copy and paste the HTML label and change the text to email. So now let's drag and drop the text box from the Guna toolbox. Okay, so we have this text box here, and these text box have these cool properties like the placeholder text, wherein you can have a default text in it, and when you hover or when you enter the text box, the text disappears. So but in this scenario I'm not going to use the placeholder text because I already have a label above the text box. But yes, I will change the border radius and the forecolor. I will set a text offset here so that I can add an image or picture box next to the text. That is why I am adding an offset. So I'll draw a picture box, change the image to the image from the resources, and change the size mode to zoom. And let's click on the transparent background, and I will tweak the size a little bit. I'll make it a little bit smaller. So here I'm going with 24 pixels. So I'm just going to place it in the offset location. I'll copy all the three controls and paste it again. For the password, I'll have to change the label text to password. And change the icon. And also the password box, I will have to go and change the password char to your desired character. Here I am going with a dot. Doing so will change the text box from a regular text box to a password text box. Now I will add a checkbox to accept the terms and conditions. So I'll go to the quick properties here and change the text. Also change the font. And the checkmark color to orange. And the foreground color of the text to a dark gray. And the border color to orange again, and the radius of 2, a border thickness of 1, and the fill color of white. I will make the same change to the unchecked state. So you see that we have this orange border, and later you will see when we check on the check mark, you will have a orange tick. So I'm making a copy of the link label that we had on the top for login, and changing the font for it. Also changing the font size and changing the font weight to bold. Let's change the text to terms and conditions. Or terms of service. Let's make one more copy of it. Before that, let's change the font of the login link label. I have missed that. And also change the font size. Yeah. Okay. So let's copy and paste the or label change the text to and once again let's copy and paste the link label and change the text to privacy policy. There you go guys, our checkbox for terms and conditions is ready. So we have one more thing to do. Let's copy and paste the button and increase its size, change the text to register, and let's change the border color to orange, fore color to white, and fill color to orange again. And let's get rid of the icon that we have on the left hand side. Okay, let's copy and paste the border color. Okay, so you'll have to change the font size to bold as well. Now let's go to the properties and change the other properties as well, like image we'll have to make it none, and text alignment to center. Okay, so let's save everything and run the application once. So you can see that the check marks is appearing and animating as expected. Let's change the cursor for all the buttons that we have to hand. Okay, and there's one more thing that we want is to add a control box on top for closing the application. So we'll change the size to 26 by 26 pixels, and also change the color and the hover state. So when we hover on the control box, I want the fill color to change to red, and also I want the default color default fill color, let's change it to a light beige color, or we can copy the same color that we have in the image on the left. So let's run the application. So that's it guys. Hope you all like watching this video, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And also the source code for this application is in the description. You can go to the GitHub repository and download the source code. Thank you.